Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. Okay, any questions, any challenges? Last session assignments like component creation through CRXT, component creation using dot content dot XML and a dialog design dialog and a sling model with respect to resource dot class. Any questions, anyone? Everything is okay, right?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
This class. This class.
No issues, right?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Sir, actually, I wanted to ask you that if we if we create a node in like NCRDX, sir,
Okay,
that's the CQ dialog, whatever we copy paste, na, sir, it comes the same like whichever previous one created. Suppose I have created component as article. If I replace with if I do another node with something like HCL or Hindu, the same thing what the article have having, the same thing it's coming to that HCL also.
so your question, I didn't get you properly. You are creating component in that. What
Sir,
is your question exactly?
sir, suppose one component article is there, sir. In
Okay,
that we have
article,
edited.
article, okay.
Okay, sir. Whatever the requirements we need, we have added like
You requirements
field.
like a text area, text fields, okay, and you added the fields,
Sir.
okay,
That's one. And another new component I have created, naming as Hindu. Okay, sir.
okay, okay. So
In that also I have
created two
created the
components.
new fields.
Okay, okay. Mm.
But the same what the article are having the fields like article title or article area, that the same thing is coming to that also.
No, the both. For example, you created two components. One is the article, second one is the Hindu. Two components you created, and two components you can take any fields, and you can write the backend logic, and then you can inject in two components. So there is no meaning in your case the two components are taking the same data.
Sir.
Same data meaning you are using the same variables and you are doing the same variable names. So that is the reason the both are taking the same values.
I replaced with the variable name, sir, but also it's taking. Let me check one second, sir.
You can check cross check yourself. So if the variables names are the same, then in that case only you can take the data uh, variable names. Okay. So in your case, what you can do, you can change the variable names.
Okay, sir.
Don't mention both the variables names at the same time. You can take a different variable names and then you can try that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? Anyone?
No one, sir, I think.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So shall we start today's session?
Sir.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. I'm sharing my screen. So in the last session, we started a string models, right? So in that, I will give the summary what we discussed in the last session. So last session, so we learned like how to create component by using the CRXT and how to create the component by using content.xml. And we learned in the last session what is the difference between CQ dialog and CQ design dialog and CQ design dialog. This is the things we learned in the last session. Design dialog. So apart from the remaining node structure, everything is the same. Apart from node structure, node name, except node name, structure of the dialog and design dialog is the same. Okay, and like after that we'll start with the sling models. So when author the data will be stored in the content node. We can read the content node by using the sightly expression. by using site expressions. So that is the one way, but that is the hard coding. That is not at all recommended. That is not at all recommended. So that is the reason we have the Sling model concept. We will write the Java classes. All backend topics are the Java classes only. We'll write the one Java program, and we can read the data, and we can return the values. We can return the values. So generally, AIM is the architecture which is created with three frameworks: JSA framework, OGA framework, and Sling framework. Okay, Sling model is coming from the Sling API, Sling framework. Sling framework. The purpose of Sling model is it can convert a request to resource. It can convert request to resource, and the second we learned here how many ways we can adapt the Sling models. How many ways we can adapt the Sling models? How many ways we can adapt the Sling models? Sling models we can adapt in two ways. One is resource dot class, and second one is the Sling's HTTP servlet request dot resource dot class, and the second one is the Sling HTTP servlet request dot class. Sling HTTP servlet request dot class. Servlet request dot class. So they will ask like when will you go with the resource dot class and when will you go with the Sling HTTP servlet request dot class. If you want to inject, if you want inject meaning reading the data, if you want taking the data, if you want to inject the data from crxt2 into the HTML, then we will go with the resource dot class. Resource dot class. In the last session, author the data or user author the data will be stored in the content node, and that data we are reading, we are taking the data by using resource dot class. Resource dot class. Okay. And Sling HTTP servlet request, when will you go with the Sling HTTP servlet request dot class? If you want to read the global objects, in AEM we have some global objects that I will show you. Global objects. Global objects in HTML. You can look for that and then you can go down. These all are the global objects. If you want to read these all are the classes. All are the singleton classes. So singleton classes, these are the variables. These are the variables. So we have the OGA framework, right? So whenever you are deploying the bundle into the server, so the Sling framework created these, I would say, variables, and it can pass the values at deployment time, at runtime. Okay. If you want to inject these global objects, this is the global objects. If you want to inject global objects, then we can go with the Sling HTTP servlet request route. But injection, which is not possible with the help of resource class, if you want to inject the global objects, then you can go with the Sling HTTP servlet request class. Servlet request class. Next, we have the default injection strategy. Default injection strategy. So the name itself have the meaning default injection strategy. The name itself have the meaning default injection strategy. The name itself default. If you we will make it as the optional, meaning if you don't inject any value also don't throw the error, meaning for giving a good experience to the authoring team, we are making default injection strategy as optional. Default injection strategy as optional. Default injection as optional. So in the last session I told you like you can try with a default injection strategy and without default injection strategy, then you can get the clarity what is the purpose of default injection strategy. Meaning if any field, if you give the data or author the data or not author the data, so you will get if you not mention this one, so without before authoring it will throw the error. Before authoring it will throw the error, meaning So that is not a good experience to the authoring team. That is the reason, to make a good experience to the authoring team, we are making default injection strategy. Default injection strategy equal to default injection strategy as optional. Default injection strategy as optional. Okay, next one. So annotations, sling model annotations. This is also very important questions. What are the sling model annotations? They will ask like in the interview perspective. Can you please explain what are the sling model annotations? So the first one we learned about model, right? So model, what it will do generally, it declares a class as a model. It declares. So all backend topics are nothing but Java classes only. Like if you take any topic like servlets, event listeners, event handlers, workflows, schedulers, all are normal Java classes only. So those Java classes you can change according to our requirement. All are Java classes only. So servlets is also normal Java classes only. So normal Java classes we can declare. It declares. I would say it declares class as the model. Class, normal Java class as the model. I can mention normal Java class as model. When you mention at the rate model annotation, then normal Java class will be act as the model. Okay, will be act as the model. Next we have the method, that is the value map value. So value is the annotation which is used to method or variable as the injectable. We are marking method or variable as the injectable, which is used to, I can say, which is used to marks method or variable as injectable, and in the format of key value pairs, in the format of key and value pairs. So in Java you have the maps concepts, right? If you want to inject the value in format of key and value, and at the time we can go with we can go with value map value. And next we have the at the rate inject annotation, so which is used to inject the variables. For example, when author the data, and the data will be stored in the content node, and if you want to inject the data, so directly you can mention injecting the data from dialog. Inject the data from dialog. So the data will be stored in the content node, and that content node, if you want to read the content node data, and we can go with inject at the rate inject annotation, at the rate inject annotations. But nowadays, so mostly we are using value map value. So at the rate inject is the old annotation, and whatever the fields we are authoring, so that we can use the value map value annotation, and then I would say we can read the data. And next we have the annotation, that is the at the rate named annotation. At the rate named annotation, which is used to declares the name for the injection, declares the names for the name for the injection. So generally some symbols is not allowed in Java. For example, if we take the colon is not allowed. That is not allowed according to the Java standards. Colon is not allowed. According to the Java standards, colon is not allowed. So in that case, we will use the named annotation, and so instead of colon, we will give any other name, and through that we can inject the values. Through that we can inject the values. Next we have the at the rate OIJ service annotation. OIJ service annotations. So at the rate OIJ service annotation, which is used to inject one service into the Sling model. One service one service into the Sling model, into current Sling model. So what does it mean by service, and what does it mean by component? We will discuss at the time of I would say OEG component and service. That we have the separate topic. At the time we will discuss about the what does it mean by OEG, what does it mean by service. Okay, what does it mean by service? Next we have the annotation, that is self annotation. Self annotation. So if you want to inject one Sling model into the errand Sling model, then we can go with the at the rate self annotation. So if you want to inject one Sling model into current another Sling model, one Sling model into another Sling model, then we can go with at the rate self annotation. At the rate self annotation. So these are the annotations we will use regularly: model, value map value, at the rate inject, and next at the rate named OJ service, and self annotation. At the rate inject is the deprecated one, so nowadays everybody is using the value map value. So in the last session what we did generally, so we took few fields like text field and a description, and for this, when we took two fields like text field and a description field. When author the data will be stored in the content node, and we are reading the data. We are reading the data by using getter methods. By using getter methods, and so we took the class, and then we wrote some getter methods, and then we can read the data by using the Sling models. Today, what we will do? So generally, to the class is also uh, so always recommended to write a Sling model by using the interface. So last session, that is the scenario number one, that is for basic understanding of how the Sling model is working, how the Sling model is injecting the data. Okay, so that is the scenario number one, that is the basic program. So always recommended to write a Sling model by using interface. Already I hope you have the aware of interface. So interface have abstract methods only. For interface you cannot create any objects, and interface don't have any constructors. And once interface created, can anybody can provide the implementations. And implementing the interface meaning overriding all methods available in the interface. Okay, so today we'll write the Sling model by using the interface. So I will go to the component, the last component, what we discussed. This is the article component. Go inside the article dialog, and check the fields, how many fields is available. So total it is having article title, description, image, and total it is having six. Now my requirement is I can read the data. This is a hard coding. This is hard coding. This is not at all recommended. This is not at all recommended. Okay, for this, for injecting data, we will write one Java program, and that we can include. That is the recommended approach. This is the normal hard coding. This is for understanding purpose only. I told you. Okay, for injecting data, we can use the Java classes. Okay, so now I can take. I will go, and before writing the program, you can import the components. So how you can import the components? For example, components are available in the UI apps. Go to UI apps, src, jcr root, demo, and components. Click on components, right click, and scroll up. You have the option that is import from AEM server. Import from AEM server, and all components has successfully imported. All components has successfully imported. Now, so for that, we have the article component. For this component, we want to write the Sling model for injecting the data through interface. So you can go with models. So obviously the Java files are available in the core module. I'm going with core module. This is the core module, and in the core module go to main, and this is the models package. In that go inside, and then now create class. Now I would like to take Java. First I will like to take the interface. Now here you can check with the article details will be there, and okay, I will take interface as the article and implementation as the article implementation I will take. Okay, so with that name there is no files. Okay, so from that I will take interface. Okay, so here I would like to take interface article model I'm taking. Okay, article model I'm taking. This is the interface, and this is the interface. The method names you can take anything. For example, generally what fields we have: title, description, image, and number, multi-field, and date picker, right? Date picker. So here, so simply what we will do generally, first one is the title, right? So title, obviously the data type is the string, and article I can say title. The method name you can take anything. And next, similarly, public string, article description, okay, and article title, article description. Next we can take with the public string image is also you can take article image. Next we can take with next we can have the date picker, right? Date, and article publish date, article publish date, you can take like that. Okay, total 3, and then number field. So whenever you are taking the date, so you have to import the package is java.util. Import that java.util package. Next public, and next we have number, right? Yeah, number you can take which is in the format of int, right? Then you can take integer format, int article number article number. So total I took total 5, right? Then you can take with multi-field also. Multi-field generally, yeah, multi-field purpose is it has to take more values. It has to read more values, right? More than one value. So if you want to read the more one value, then obviously can take with the list as the data type. List as the data type. So public I am taking list as the data type list, and the data type is the string, and you can mention article multi-field, article multi-field, article multi-field. So list also can import the package which is available in java.util package. Click on that. So these are the 6 methods I took in the interface. This is the interface article model. In that I took 6 interfaces, 6 methods. 6 methods: article title, description, image, and article publish date, article number, and article multi-field. So I will take one more class. The class name which is generally create a Java file and take as the class, and the class name is the article model implementation. Article model implementation. Okay, click on that, and we can extend the properties from interface to class. We will use the implements keyword, implements keyword, and the class name is article model. Class name is article model. This is a normal Java class, right? So first you can convert this normal Java class into the model, and then next we are going with adaptables equal to resource.class only, right? Resource.class. Whenever you are looking for the resource dot word, then the id will give the multiple suggestions. From that you should import sling.api. Sling.api, click on that, and dot class, okay, resource.class. This one also you should import. So again we will write one again, import model dot. So you have to import the package, and then adaptables equal to resource.class. Next, default injection strategy. Default injection strategy equal to default injection strategy dot optional. So this is the basic skeleton of the Sling model. Now you can override the methods. And click on that, and click on the symbol, and you can go with the override. And before overriding the methods, this is the normal Java class. In that, the purpose is you want to read the data. So if you want to read the data, the node names and this name should be the same, right? Go to the content folder. Next, demo. Go with any page, and then I add the component artic sites. Go with the sites.html, and then go with the demo. Next, en page, and edit the page. Now go upside. Now here you can add the page, that is article page. Can I add the page that is article details? And this is the dialog. Author the dialog with some title and some description, and some image path you can give. I would like to give some path which is belong to content, and then where you can find out, go to with assets, demo, this default image I'm selecting, and the date also you can pick any other date and pick this date. Okay, multi-field also can add some Java, and some I would like to add some React. Okay, so like that you can add. So this is the hard coding. The data values are coming by hard coding. I don't want this hard coding. I want to read these all the values by using Java. Now go to content folder. This is the content folder, right? In that you can reload this one. Content folder, demo. Next, yes, en jsr content root container article cover. Click on the article node and go to the properties panel. These all the values: title, number, okay, next company. These all the variables. These variables and these instance variables should be the match. So whenever you are declaring the instance variables, recommended to write access specifier as the private. X specified as the private. So string is the data type, and you can mention title. You can mention title, and next what we have, like next what we have, generally private string is the description. The name should be the same. Description how it is, des. You can mention similarly only des. And next we have string image, right? How it will be image. You can take it as the image image. Next we have the date, and then next we have the date. Click on and import package, java.little package, and the next we have the private int number. So here also same, right? int number same. So we took title, description, date, image, all the things we took. And next one we have company name. This is the variable which is reading all the values in the format of list. So that we can declare with private and list, and you can mention as the string. The data type you can mention, I would say company. Okay, company. So this list also can import the package. So I'm writing all our Java only. Okay, so simply the package, list packages and date packages, these all are available in Java libraries. So I'm importing Java library. Any questions, guys?
Eighth line there is error, sir. I is small.
Eighth line.
Sorry, 11th line, sir. 11th.
Yes.
Article model I is small letters.
I small letter. No, normally this is the class name. Why it is throwing the error? Meaning I am implementing the interface. When I am implementing the interface, so it has to override all the methods.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so as of now this is clear, right? How I took the instance variables according to the content node. I took these instance variables. This is clear, right? So
Yes, sir.
once you're done with this, then you can go to the class name, click on the bulb symbol, then where you have the option that is the override and implemented methods. Click on that, then all methods you can import. Then your error will go. Now the method has to return the values, and this is the title. It has to return the title. Getter methods, very important step. One more step also, getter methods. So while writing the Sling model, getter methods are mandatory. Without getter method, you cannot write the Sling models. Then I will go to here, and then here you can mention get methods. Get is the predefined keyword. Getter methods, and here also I'm taking getter methods. Get article description, and here also get method, and you can mention with the get article, and here also can mention with get article, and here also can mention with get article number, and here also can mention with get article multiple. Okay, you can save this one. Go with your implementation.java, and now you can override the methods. Add and go here, and you can override the methods. Okay, now you can use the variable names like title. Okay, next in the description somewhere you can find out the description. description. Similarly, next we have the image. The variables I am returning here, please observe. Image. Next, multi-field name is the company. Company. Next, this is the number. And here we mentioned as the date. Okay. So this is the simple Sling model I wrote by using interface. Now I will deploy this one into the AM server, and then we can call the methods. So simply I will go with my code base. This is my code base, and then aim cache demo. Here you can open command prompt, cmd. Next, use command. Meanwhile, do you have any questions? You can ask me. Any questions? Anyone? So generally what I did, I took one interface. Okay, in that interface is obviously, so my interface name is the article model. So obviously interface is having abstract methods. For example, if I take the abstract method as public, and string is the data type, and get article, this is the abstract method. And I took one more class, that is normal, I would say class. This is the normal class, and I am taking as the article. Article is the class name. Now there is no relation between two classes. Okay, so you need to make the relation, establish the relation between two classes by using the interface implements concept, implements keyword, and with that we are making the relation between two classes. Now in this case it will be act as the parent, and this will be act as the child. Okay. Now, so whenever you are implementing the interface, then it has to override the methods. Like this is the override method, and obviously you can get the method name like public string get article, like this we can get. And from this, so here what we will do, we will initialize the variable with value map value annotation. So I guess we not mention value map value, so here we mandatory should mention value map value annotation. Okay, so here also we can mention value map value annotation. So I can copy from this two, and then can go with value map value annotation. Okay, so value map value annotation, we are reading the values like string title. This is the variable, and this variable we can pass the values by using @value map value. @value, I can say value map value. value map value. This is the instance method. How you can call the instance method? So obviously you can create the one object, and through that you can call that one. Through that you can call this one. So you can create the one object. For example, in core Java, how we will create the object? For this class, we will create the object. But in AEM, so these objects will be created by the framework. This object will be created by the framework. We have the OSGF framework. It will be created by the objects by default. By default, when you deploy the all Java classes into the AEM server, then OSGF framework by default it will create the object. Also, these all are the singleton classes only. So that object will be created by the Sling framework, and that for example, if you write like div and data sly hyphen use the model name equal to the package path, wherever the file is available, that file we are keeping inside here. So I am mentioning here class path, java path java path. That entire path we are storing in this variable, and this variable, when you deploy it into the AEM server, this variable initialized with this path, initialized with their path. Now from that we have the methods, right? Model data get article. So you can call that method get article. Then you can able to read the data. You can able to read the data. So this is the thing we are doing in Sling model. Deployment is successful. Now I can go to my page. So once the deployment is successfully done, you should take two points. One is the go to your system consoles and your bundle got installed or not, successfully installed or not. You can check. How you can check? Go to the tools, operations, web console, and go to OGI bundles and control F and look for your bundle name demo. This is my bundle. Click on that and you can check the timestamp. Time is 25 and 10:14. Now the time is 10:60. Only 2 minutes back it got installed in my AIM server. So this is the timestamp you have to check. So make sure, so some when you are practicing, if the Sling model is not working properly, then you can come to and check the bundle timestamp also. The bundle timestamp also. Always the bundle should be in the active. Bundle should be in the active. If it is in install state also, your Sling model will not work. Will not work. Okay. The bundle should be in active state, and the bundle timestamp should be the recently. Whenever you are doing the Sling model, it has to deploy it at the time only. Okay, these two things. After these two things, you can go to the Sling and adapters. Sling adapters. This is the Sling adapters. Now here you can look for the class. What the class name you gave there. So I gave there like article implementation, article model implementation, right? Article model implementation. So this is the Java class path. You can copy this path. Why I am copying this path? I have interface and classes also. But interface you cannot create. Interface is parents we cannot create any object. Interface also we cannot create any object. Always we will create object for the child classes only. Child classes only. The same thing I am doing here also. I am copying the path and I am creating the object. I am creating the object. So simply you can go with the page article.html. Click on that, and this is the file name. File actually. This is the hard coding. I don't want hard coding. Okay, so I don't want the hard coding. I will remove this all. So I want, first I need to create the object. So div tag open and close, and inside the div tag we have the custom attribute, that is the data sly use dot, you can mention the name is anything. I would like to mention model and then package name. So with this I have created object successfully. Whatever the code I wrote inside this location, so I'm all the details I am keeping in one variable. The variable is model, the variable name is the model. So from that in this it is, this variable is having all the information like variables it is having and methods it is having. Now I want to call the methods. How you can call the methods? You can use the slightly expression, and you can model dot, you can mention directly the method names also. You can mention the directly the method names also. The method name is get article title and description, right? Get a article title. You can copy the method name and you can come here and then you can give the method name here. So similarly you can do with all cases also. All cases also you can do. Copy the description as well, and come to here description, and next we have article image, and I can come and paste here article image. Next we have the multi number, we'll take with the number and then we'll go with one by one. Number, I would say data. Next we have number, and okay, we have multiple. So simply I created an object, I'm calling the methods. I'm calling the methods. So if I save this one and then if I go to my page, then I can able to get all the details. I can able to get all the details. But if you want to image, if you want to display the image, so make sure this one you should mention inside image tag. So already image tag, I would say src equal to, and in that you can mention this one. In that you can mention this one. Okay, image tag close. Next, if you want to display the date also, you should mention the format. Yeah, this is the date, right? You can mention format at the rate format equal to. Here you can mention at the rate of format equal to image dot get articles, and here you can mention number for format like date and and year like that. Okay, so this is the thing. You can save this one and directly can go with that, and then go to your page and reload the page, reload the page and go to the your article component. Go to your article component. So see, article details, the data is coming, description is coming, title is coming, and all are displaying in the same line, right? So I don't want in same line, I want to display in different lines. Then you can use the break statements. You can use the break statements, and copy this break statements, and you can go and mention all the places. All the places. So now we can save this one. Go to end page and reload the page. Reload the page. So all the details is coming, right? But the thing is, get is the predefined keyword, right? So whenever you are calling the methods, getter methods, no need to mention get all the time. Why? Get is the predefined keyword, right? Then Sling automatically it can recognize. Then so instead of using calling like this is the recommended approach. This is the recommended approach. Okay, you can delete the get keyword. Get is the predefined keyword. So if you write this approach, this is the not at all recommended. This is the recommended approach. I'm deleting article image, and here also I'm deleting, and I'm mentioning with article image, and here also I'm deleting this one and mentioning as article image, and here also I'm deleting and I'm mentioning as the article image. Now you can save this one and go to the page and reload the page.